So here we are, back with yet another episode of Grand Tactician. This is episode 25 in this series. We've just finished off a nice battle up here in Illinois, Vandalia, Illinois. We've got Donaldson's Corps pushing up here, and he's going to start wrecking the place, basically. So, before we get started with the campaign here, or rather, before we carry on with the campaign, if you're new here, click on my channel, find the playlists, go back to the previous episodes and find wherever you're up to or whichever one you want to start from and see what you've missed out on so far. This has been a great long series so far, but it is on its final journey, I feel, even though we have had a setback in Missouri. But anyway, there'll be a link in the playlist. There'll be a playlist link in the description. There'll be playlists all over my channel. You know how YouTube works. Go and do that thing. Anyway, so here we are. A quick overview then. Let's get the front lines tab on to have a quick look. So you can see we've pushed well up into here. We control sections of Missouri, southwest Missouri's under our control pretty much up to Rolla for now, but we lost a huge battle here where we're having to pull out of Rolla. Possibly back towards Springfield or Lebanon. I'm really not sure what I'm going to do here as far as this goes. I'm hoping that since it's October the 14th, we're going to be able to get into winter quarters and basically see through the winter and then start fresh in the spring and finish the Union off. However, if we can finish them before that, we'll do that. There's quite a large force here. They've kicked us out of Indiana. Decent sized armies up here as well. And up here. And we know there's an army at Marietta as well. So the Union is not short of men. They have more men than us in the field. But we have defeated them again and again and again. You can see they've only won 7 battles. But they did win that major battle just previously here in Missouri, which really was a bit of a setback. But they are on 29 national morale. They're almost finished. The Union is on its last legs. So what I was thinking, I'm going to leave the headquarters of the Army of Mississippi and Zolikoff's Corps down here. And I'm going to send Donaldson basically rampaging up through Illinois. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get on the train. I'm going to tell him to, but I'm going to give him orders to raid. And we're going to burn places down. We're going to see if we can draw some of these troops away who are massed in Missouri. I don't know how many men he's got here. It must be 150,000 total. We've got the Army of Missouri up here, which we haven't seen since June. It's now October the 14th. We've got the Army of the West here, which we have just spotted with our reserve corps, but we hadn't seen them for a while. There's 25,000 of those guys. Down here, we've got the Army of Arkansas under Pillow, which is going to be 15,000 men. They're waiting on some guys to join them. And this is our army here, scuttling back with the reserve corps off to the slightly further to the west. I'm going to press play, and we're going to see how this goes. So like I say, Donaldson's going to push up in pursuit. Hopefully. Now, I also would like to move our Navy to take on this Mississippi squadron. Now, the last few times I have fought the Navy, it's been a bit of a disaster, to be honest. The armies have just disintegrated, which obviously is not what I want. So anyway, we're moving across our regulars. We recruited the regulars via the Regular Act, and they're coming towards Cairo. So it's going to take them a while to get there, and they are still recruiting some of their men. So I'm not sure how long exactly that's going to take, but it's going to be a while. And while that's happening, I'm not entirely sure what to do with these guys in Missouri. It's a bit of a pickle. I suspect he's probably going to push straight south and give us another fight. Which, if I'm perfectly honest, is not what I want, but it's looking likely that's the way it's going to go. He's actually pushing straight down after us. So, I think I'm going to move the Arkansas district to Lebanon. But we're going to have to keep half an eye on this because, I mean, we do have a fort here, so it would slow them down slightly. But forts are not great against infantry. Against land armies, basically. So the 45th Army is actually pulling back this way. We have also got, of course, 36,500 men here under Price, veteran troops again, at St. Louis. So, I mean, the decision needs to be made here. What are we going to do? Entrenching? Don't entrench, pull out. So we want Van Dorn to pull out of there, basically. We want him back here. We want these guys grouped up. We want them to have a little rest and recuperate. Because these men have been battered. Actually, Commander's died and also. So let's have I need to have a quick look at Cheatham's Court, particularly. Little is looking really good. Look at his stats. He's awesome. He's going to get a promotion if the war carries on much longer. Clark is defamed, but I'm not taking him out of there. He's all right. This guy, he took over from one of our wounded guys. Him? I don't even know who that is. Vance? Not sure. Clanton, he's been doing a nice job as well. Brian doing a good job. Little has been outstanding, but look at his units. Been absolutely battered to hell. Yeah, so we don't really want these guys fighting again just now. We want them to get some new drafts in here, some reinforcements, some volunteers, anybody basically to come and beef up these units. Clark as well, both of those have been absolutely battered. Winder as well, I can't remember giving him this command, but I must have done. He's only got 800 men as well, so these units are so battered. Alright, well, we'll leave him in place. I'm not sure who he even is. The brigade, the division commanders are good. Walker's been doing a nice job with this carb as well. We've got no weapons to hand out, I don't think, but he's already got Mississippi rifles actually, and Clark's armored Springfield, so they're good. Little Lawrence rifles. So we got anything better to give them? Since there's only 800 of these guys. No. No, sadly not. For some reason we can't give them Richmond rifles. Maybe because the disabled number would add up to more. I don't know. Okay. So, Reserve Corps, I would like you to pull back here, please. So time's going to take over. Let's take a quick look at the fleets. So New Orleans Squadron, it's a fairly powerful fleet, full of gunboats, double-enders, and these larger steamers here. Second-rate steamers, so they're pretty decent ships. Alright, I'm going to risk this. I'm going to send our fleet up here, and I'm going to see if we can take him on. Like I say, the last few times I've had a fleet battle, it's been absolute bollocks, basically. They've just disintegrated our fleets. Van Dorn. Defensive stance. I would like it if you start pulling out Van Dorn. Actually got a perk for those guys in the engineers. Alright. Yeah, so we're causing trouble here with Donaldson. He's burning the place down, basically. That should hurt his morale and support. And I'm keeping an eye on this Navy battle that's coming. It does look like those guys are pulling straight back behind after us. We've got to keep an eye on this army of the West as well. 25,000 men is not to be trifled with. That's a large force for here. So we've also got these guys here. The Flying Corps, I've called them. Not because they're going to fly, but because they're a little unit that's going to be dotting around the place, popping up wherever we need them. We can give them Richmond carbines, actually, which is not bad for their carv unit. Mixed muskets, Hall rifles. I don't think we can replace those mixed muskets because we haven't got any weapons. We've got some on order, but yeah, we've got nothing available for them. So, okay. There was a fort over here that was getting on my nerves. Muskogee. I don't know if these guys are going to be able to take that, but I'm going to send them across here anyway to see if they can. This is a new little thing. A little arrow here. Markets. The transport capacity of this IIP is increased by nearby markets. Plus 24.7. Alright, so this is a new little symbol. I like that. Well, how come these ones aren't? I'm sure we've got markets and things built there. I'm tempted to move price over. If we can get price involved in this battle here, if there is to be a large battle, then that would certainly help matters, because that is almost 40,000 men. And like I say, these guys are not newies. I'm going to move him down a little. This way, he can stay between St. Louis and there. In fact, why don't we move Zollicoffer up here instead? Via Salem. So we're having this fight going on here. Doesn't look like we can see anything. The misses complete victory with the enemy fleet thoroughly whipped. 3 ships have been sunk and 4 ships captured. Excellent. The condition of the enemy fleet is believed to be alarming. The condition of my fleet is intact. That's awesome. That's exactly what we wanted here. So we captured a few ships. Just some little steamers. Let's send them back for repair. Oh, we've got a tin-clad gunboat ready as well. I'm actually going to press these guys up here. Hopefully I'll be able to blockade this and then cause them some havoc. But yeah, he's very much pursuing our guys. I'm going to bring Price right the way across. This is going to be a battle royale again by the look of things. And if it is a battle that's going to go ahead, I think I might leave it for the next episode. Possibly. I'll see how long it takes to happen. Oh, or maybe they're constructing a supply depot. Maybe they've got other plans. I'm going to tell him to halt. We've got engineers here, so I'm going to build another fort on the river. Looks like Van Dorn's managed to pull out of there. So the Army for the West is actually pursuing the Reserve Corps. Here goes the New Orleans Squadron. Let's get them blockading. I've no idea if this is going to make any difference to this area, but we'll find out. Yep, so we're damaging the buildings, we're burning the place down basically. Now, if we have a quick look at Pillow's units, they've got a while for their reinforcements to get here. 12 days for an infantry brigade with mixed muskets. And that's the problem we've got here. Oh, so they can have Augustins actually. We can at least give them those. That's a bit better. So he's going to have a division under Wharton and a division under Jones. They've both just been promoted from brigade command from Price's corps. So it'll be a decent force. I mean, they're not very well armed, if I'm honest. Springfield muskets, reboard muskets, howitzers, Springfield muskets, and mixed muskets. And then we've just given Jones those Augustins. But like I say, Jones is still going to be 12 days. So possibly we're not even going to see action here. But what we are going to do is redirect the Reserve Corps here. And that way we'll have those two forces together to take on the Army of the West if they do come down. Which they might. So the Army of the Mississippi HQ has arrived. Zollicoffer is coming up towards this area here. The 45th Army that we just kicked their butt. They're just hanging out at Springfield. But we are damaging these buildings. We are burning the place down, basically. We've not taken control of the place. But that's okay. I mean, we are a little low on supply. Which is strange since we're raiding. You'd think we'd be stripping the place dry. So Smith's picked up supply at least. Well, some supply. What's at Lebanon? A little bit of artillery ammunition, some forage, horses, and some food. So, I mean, at least there's stuff there. But he is very, very low on ammunition, which is often a problem here in this theatre. Even the Western Army, which is at... Oh, no, they're actually full. It doesn't look like they are. Yeah, so the Jefferson City Depot, we can kind of see what's in there, and they've got no artillery ammunition either. Pillow at destination and Van Dorn at the destination. Van Dorn's pulled back slightly here. They should give us time to get reinforcements in. And if we see these guys moving, we can zip Sterling Price down here on the rail. And of course, even Zolikoff if we needed it. However, Zolikoff, I might send him up actually to take on that 45th Army. Zolikoff's guys are not well armed either. Although not too bad. Artillery's not great. 3-inch ordnance there for those guys. You know what? I think we're going to do that. We're going to press up here and see if we can take him on. Let's send Zolikoff up here towards Springfield, Illinois. So they've got a huge fleet here in this flying flotilla. The question also remains, do we poke this sleeping bear and do we attack into Maryland? Because he's not doing anything here in the east. I'm kind of happy for him just to do that. As in nothing. That suits us quite well, actually. So I think for the moment, actually, I'm going to send the reserve corps this way. Back down towards here where there's more supply. In fact, there's lots of supply down here. Excellent. Just blasted time a little there. So we caused a heck of a lot of damage to Decatur. What's ready? Let's see. Jefferson City Market. Oh, great. We built a market up here, but obviously that's now in Union hands. He's picked a little bit of ammunition up, but not much. New rail line opens. Construction of Confederacy's Houston and Shreveport rail line has been completed. Excellent. So we've built a couple of rail lines coming out of Texas now. That's awesome. McCook withdrawing. All right, so he doesn't fancy the fight with Zolikoff. I can't say I blame him. So we've got a little scouting squadron here ready as well. Let's send them up the river. I'm actually going to send them up here if they can get up there. I think they can, yeah. The Army of Iowa is on the march. 7,000 men. I'm going to pull him back to see if we can get into some sort of supply or something, because he's actually got nothing. I suspect this army is going to march on as soon as they've built that supply depot. That's kind of the style of the AI. Army of the West hasn't pushed on at all. The Reserve Corps is resupplied now, so let's get them back over here this way into range. And then we may actually seek an engagement with the Army of the West. He's constructing a depot up here. His national morale is sunk to 27 now. His Army of Iowa is coming down. pull Zolokov out of there in case they're coming down for Cairo, which they may well be, and we have only got this engineering corps there, which won't stand. Link and support secured. Really? Okay. Not sure what's going on here. Oh, it's end of chapter. Okay. So I think he actually just pulled back here to capture that place. Fine. We're going to take it back. The bloodiest war in America, casualties mounting. Yeah, both sides gain grand victories. Do they? Number of volunteers plummeting. They sure are. So we're November 1862 here. Oops, I'm going a bit fast. And it is winter time, so we're going to pull our guys back and settle in for the winter, and hopefully the AI will do likewise. I'll take his raiding orders off. I'm sending these engineers over here. I'm not sure why exactly, but there was some thought behind it. Bragg and his regulars, they're just kind of marching straight through Ohio here. I doubt that's going to be going over too well, but, you know. Thought we might have had somebody available, but they're still all injured. McLaw's been injured for a long time. Rains for quite a while as well. Stewart's quite newly injured. Parsons sadly died. Not sure why he's still on here. KIA. Maury, he's... LZ, he's done alright. Actually, he's commander. And Traub, don't know how you say his name, but he was alright as well. I'm going to organize this Army of Virginia, which I'm going to rename as well. Let's rename it so it's a regular corps. Yeah, I was going to attach the artillery, but actually I've already given these guys rifled artillery. So let's not do that. He's not bad, actually. He can be our commander for the artillery. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So it's a small corps. Only 17 guns and 9,200 men, but you know that's a nice little force. We'll upgrade their weapons once we get delivery of some new things, because we've got nothing to give them at the moment. Not as far as I remember anyway, unless we've had anything arrive. No, we've not, but we've got some things on order, so they'll be here soon. We'll try to keep winter movement to a minimum, but we're still moving Bragg across, so I mean, I think it'll be okay. That is, if these guys don't come down and attack them. Enrollment. So the Union are filling up their men. Construction completed. What is it? Fort Fulton. That must be a Cairo. Yes, it is. Nice. So hopefully we'll pick up some of these supplies, because there's supplies at this depot, so we might as well. New perk for Smith's Reserve Corps. I'm going to go with Ambulance Corps. It's one of my favourite ones. I think it's probably one of most people's favourite ones, to be fair. It's a pretty good perk. So is there a Union army here then? At Decatur? I don't know. Or is it just because we rampage through here that it's showing as things building? I'm really not sure. I'm hoping he's going to pick up some supply here. I don't see why he isn't. But no, he's not picking... I don't think he's picking anything up here. I'm going to pull him back towards St. Louis and see if he can get some supply there. Bit odd that he hasn't picked up supply there, even though it's in our sphere of influence, our control. But, you know, I don't know. Let's rock some time past. We're in winter quarters here. November the 18th, 1862. French warships. Yeah, let's go with that project, actually. Let's go with that one. Agricultural productivity, farm mechanization. Now that's a good one. I've been waiting for that to come up, and it finally has. I'm going to go with it. It gives you 10% extra reinforcements, basically 10% extra volunteers. Okay, cool. Finances. We're on BBB. We've improved slightly from BBB minus. Can we invest more in this? 10 million? We can. If we do that, I'm going to drop the agriculture slightly. And diplomacy slightly as well. And let's have a quick look at these French warships. Can we get those now? I don't really know how you would order them. I've never had that before. Oh, I guess so. This must be one of those then. I've not seen that come up before. Well, it says construction cost, I think, so I don't really know. Ocean ironclad ram. Yeah, let's build one. 3 guns, is that it? Okay, well, I'm going to leave it at that. Speed this up, see if anything's going to happen over the winter. I don't think anything will, but then I'm quite often wrong. Got some movement here. Is that Bragg? Yeah, that is Bragg. Who's back? Stuart's back. Excellent. His performance will not be the same as before. Flying Corps preparing a siege. Alright, so they've arrived down here. Well, let's see how that goes. I mean, I don't know how that's going to go at all. It's only a tiny garrison, so hopefully we'll be able to take them on. But we'll find out. We'll find out soon enough. Donaldson still hasn't picked up supply. Annoying. Very, very annoying. I'm going to send him back to Cairo. Surely he's going to get supply at Cairo. Oh, so now I've invested a bit more money. Should we do another... What about government funding too? Further projects. I don't really know if we need anything, to be honest. Slavery Restriction Act. Impose regulations on the number of slaves an individual can own. While these restrictions will be met with anger in the slave states, Europe will look at the European relations plus 20. Minus 5 support in slave states. So, or we could do industrialization 4. You know, what's Conscription Act 2? All enlistments are extended for an unlimited period. Ooh. Diplomacy 5. More trade deals. Yeah, I think I'm going to actually do Conscription Act 2. That means that we're not going to be... no, actually, we've got 3-year contracts for all these guys. I think that's okay. We're not going to... Surely he's not going to go any further than that. Let's go for industrialization 4. Alright then, so let's press on. Not much in the way of battles in this one, but it's been nice to have an episode where there's not been lots of slaughter. Right, so our engineers have arrived here. Who's withdrawn? Buckland withdrawn. Who's Buckland? The enemy army of Iowa seems to have withdrawn and is obviously trying to regroup. Where? Oh, they must have been here, and I guess Donaldson's corps pushed them aside. Alright, so that's okay. Will it in time zip past here? Let's get these engineers where... Oh, we've got another perk. We've already got engineers mechanics 1, sappers and miners, and now we have another one. Well, embed reporters, I mean. Okay, so let's build a fort at St. Louis. If it lets us. It's not always the easiest to place these forts. There's fine, actually. Alright, so Pillow's men have arrived. None of our weapons seem to have arrived yet. It's taken forever for them to get here. 23 days for some Fateville's. 9 days for some reboard muskets. Alright, cool. Oh, we have got some James rifles now. That order must have come in. Nice. Oh, some 12-pound Napoleons as well. So at least we can give out some guns to these guys. Actually, they've already got good weapons. They've got parrots. Nice. We can give him some Napoleons for some close support. That's a lot better than howitzers. Right. So while we're here, I'm going to recruit another brigade into Pillow's men. We've got 92,000 volunteers available. That's awesome. Let's get a brigade in here from Arkansas. Medium size. And a brown. Nope. Let's give it to Stuart. He's back. $14 days. Right, so that's going to take Pillow to 17,690 men, give or take. I'm also going to pop in another artillery unit there. Let's get those guys from Louisiana. We're going to give them James rifles. Excellent. So Pillow is going to be ready for an offensive come the spring. We're going to push up here with Pillow. See if we can clear that section of Missouri out. We're going to upgrade the roller depot. I'm going to construct a couple of markets. One right there. I'm going to do one at St. Louis as well. Alright. Let's zip some time past here. We're into December. What's this? Officer rehabilitated. Colonel Robert H. Anderson, whose previous failures as commander. Yeah, so it's somebody back. That's something that fall in there. Something to do with the French. Whatever happened to that little fleet that I've sent up here? They never seem to have arrived. River Scout 4. Glorious victory at Hartford. Oh, what the? What happened there? I really don't know. St. Louis Harbour Market. And the Roller Market. Awesome. That should help with the flow of supply there. That fort's almost done as well. And that is the fort done. Fort Kershaw. I'm going to put somebody in there, actually. Alright. The Dakota surrender. I don't know if this makes any difference to anything that's going on. Just an interesting little news story. Buckland withdrawn again. What's Buckland doing? Oh, he's trying to come down. He's running away from Longstreet all by himself. I'm going to do a little switching around here, and we're going to build up. We're going to build up Pillow with another division. It's going to be under Stuart. These are obviously going to be raw troops, so brand new. It's been a while since we've had that kind of thing in one of our forces. Liddell, Wright, and another Breckenridge. 20 days, so it's still going to be winter. It's still middle of December here. We've got 25,000 Lawrence rifles. Nice. And 10,000 Fayetteville's, 10,000 Mississippi's, 10,000 reboard muskets, so we can re-equip these armies, and that's awesome. And I'll do that off screen. For today, I think I'm going to call it a day with today's episode. There's not much going on. We'll run it into 1863. 29th of December. Union offering bounties. 31st, New Year's Eve. Way! And there we are. 1st of January, 1863. Enrollment Act 2 they're working on. Market reform, trade reform. 3,100 men recruited. They've raised the Florida Keys Squadron 2. Okay. Cape Cod Squadron 2. 25 new ships, but where are they? Morale of the armies is currently at 93%. Enemy is carrying out offensive operations. Is he? Well. Anyway, so Pillow is going to be recruited up to 22,500 men. It's 1863. We need we're going to finish this, I hope, in 63. I had thought it might have been over by Christmas 62, but it hasn't quite happened like that. Things are still going on. However, it's very much in our favour here. Very much tipped towards us. The only problem really is our finances, and if we had better finances, I'd have better weapons and I'd have more troops, and I'd be able to go and finish him with a final blow. Maybe we'll push on Washington. We're gonna, if we convert our 3 corps here, maybe we can push on Washington and take it, and that would be an end of it. Let's have a quick look. So he's back up to 31 national morale, so it is climbing a little for him. We're still in winter quarters. It's January the 1st. I'm going to call it a day here. I hope you enjoyed this episode. A little rebuilding episode, a little getting things ready, reorganising our men. And I'll do a bit more reorganising off camera, so it'll be ready to go for the spring campaigning season. So whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ra for now.